load faster. Damn it. Listen, hey, hold on. Wait, hold on. I got a whole spiel. I am clearly not. Fuck you. Can you just not see me, actually? No, what's happening? Oh my god. Never trust Twitch's stream manager. It's a terrible nightmare of a system. Before I do anything... Yeah. I knew to do it this time. So... wow, guys. Aren't I on a roll? It's only been two days since I last streamed, you know? I'm pretty consistent. You could say that about me. I even drink water consistently. Fuck, I didn't mean to close that. It's gonna be so funny. Okay, I'm not a liar. I'm not. I promise. Yes. It's only been 2 days since I streamed. Technically, I've been gone. Fine. If a 45-second stream isn't enough to quell your thirst for my body, I'll concede. I'll concede. I'll be the bigger man. Never call me a man. I only do it for irony purposes. It's been a while. You guys remember how... you remember how in my last stream, you know, back in the Cretaceous era, when I was like, oh, I'm doing so good. This is great. I have consecutive days off. I can stream consecutively. Proceeds to disappear for a month. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I swear. It just happened like that. There was no vitriol. I wasn't mad at you. I could never look at you. You're so pretty. Probably. It's just how my cookie crumbled. I wanted to stream. I did. But at the same time, I really fucking didn't. I gotta have chipmunk things when I drink. I guess I don't know. Maybe an explanation. That would be the right thing to do. I'm sorry. I've been gone for... I know no one technically cares. No one watches it, but, you know, I upload these. Yes, it's been a month. I think it's... yeah, it's been... Actually, I think it's been exactly a month since I've streamed. And yes, my whole spiel earlier, I don't know if I'm gonna upload it to YouTube just because I'm lazy. So why my mouth doesn't open nearly enough unless I'm being super exaggeratory and I don't like it. It might be the position of my phone. Yes, no, maybe. What if I put you here? Look at that. There's no light in my eyes. My VTuber model matches me exactly. VTuber model, so vibrantly red on my laptop, so drastically dull on my monitor. It's been a month. I have reasons for not streaming. I do feel bad about it. But if you follow me on Twitter, which none of you do, you'll also understand I haven't been posting as much on Twitter either. I've kind of just been so downtrodden. It's hard for me to be entertaining. I never know if I should have these streams as just chatting first, or if, you know what I should do before I do this whole... No, I need to finish this exclamation before I get off track. I was gonna go tweet that I'm live, but I'll do that later. So, the reason I've been gone is not anything like, oh... I was shot, or, oh, I got a girlfriend. That's actually the reason I've. That's the opposite reason, actually, why I've been gone. I hope that wasn't too loud when I slammed that down. Oh, fuck. My tooth. I just had my teeth cleaned. And because I had my wisdom teeth pulled, I was apparently way too lax about brushing the sides of my molars because I was scared of damaging the stitches. That actually, for like the first 2 weeks, I barely washed the back of my molars just out of fear. And that caused plaque buildup. And now part of my root's exposed, and so I just got my fucking teeth cleaned, and it hurts. My jaw also hurts for some strange reason. I should probably go back to the dentist. But what is that symbol? Nothing for me to worry about. But go away. So the reason for my absence, you're gonna think it's so silly, but understand this caused me legitimate distress. So about 3 weeks ago now, I came across the prettiest woman in the just history and existence. I'm sorry if you didn't see her. That's literally it. As I was working at my boring 9 to 5 job that also prevents me from streaming because it makes me miserable. And in what here, what's the fucking phrase? I'm drawing a blank. And no, that's provocative. Some motherfucker showed up. And it just happened to have been the most gorgeous woman I've ever seen in my life. And on top of that, if it was just, oh wow, you saw a pretty lady and you got depressed about it, you fucking incel. It wasn't that. It wasn't just that. If she was just pretty, it would have been fine. I would have forgotten there are plenty of pretty women. She was also wearing a Batman shirt. She was perfect. Prettiest woman ever. Liked Batman. What more could have I asked for? And so, I was helping her shop around because I'm more of a salesperson than a cashier. So I was selling her stuff. We were getting along just fine. Anyway, and she came to check out. So I was like, what I had to do, just because I couldn't tell if she was perfect right then and there, because hey, she could be a LARPer wearing that Batman shirt. So, like any normal person would, I immediately gave her a Batman quiz. I was like, name 10 Batman characters and name which comic Professor Pig actually is debuted in and who the artist was. Is what I said in a parallel world, or what I should have said. Maybe she would have appreciated the boldness. No, what I had said was, it was simple, really. I was like, how did I phrase it? It was something like, do you read the Batman comics too, or are you kind of just in it for the movies? There's a way I could at least talk about Batman, and I at least had an in instead of just like, so you like Batman? And then she made herself even more better. She said she did read the comics. She was like, no, I love comics. I love reading comics. And I was like, that's awesome. I just got into reading them. And then she made a groan. And I was like, what the fuck, man? By just, I meant October. But whatever. And so I tried, my headset's going to turn off soon. Fuck you, Arctics. So, and then I talked to her. Maybe I shouldn't even stream the game today. Maybe I should just go on a rant for 30 minutes. I'll decide later. It says I'm streaming the game, but I don't think, those are contractual obligations. So, we were talking, then the conversation gets kind of hazy. Thought about Batman. I mentioned the Batman. She was like, I'm really into the Batman comics. I was like, oh, I just got into the comics myself because, Absolute Batman came out and I was feeling kind of left out because everyone was talking about how great it was. So when the first trade of Absolute Batman came out, I went and bought it. And then I never stopped. And I'm still buying comics to this day. And we were talking about that. for a little bit. It wasn't very long. And I think she said we were so the one mark against her. She had one mark against her. I think she was younger than me. Probably at best she was only younger than me by 2 years. At worst, she was younger than me by 4 years. Because she said the Batman came out when she was in high school. And I was definitely not in high school when that makes me sound like I'm much older than I am. I'm very young. I actually somewhat kind of just doxed my age now that I'm thinking about it. Who cares? Not that I was ever going to be particularly clever about hiding it, but I'll never say it out loud. But she said that, so if the Batman came out in like her freshman year of high school, maybe I'm doing my math wrong. What? Hold on. She was 22. When did the Batman come out? Was it 2022 or 2020? Maybe it was 2020. 2020. I forgot when the Batman came out. Maybe she was even younger. That would have been annoying. Anyway, after basic math, she was either I had come to the conclusion that at best I was only like 2 years. When did the Batman come out? Was it 22 or was it 2020? I'm so lost. I don't think it was 2020. It was 2022. Probably. Anyway, I need to redo my math. This has gone real silent because I was so certain about that answer for the longest time, and now I just realized it, and I think my math is wrong. Either way, I'm older than her. Which I'm not saying, I'm not one of those people, oh yeah, older women, I'm only into hags, yada. I want, in an ideal world, the girl I'm into would be older than me, but still look in my age range. So probably only realistically like 2 or 3 years older than me at most. But hey, she could be 40, and as long as she looks like she's my age, I don't care. And so yes, that was the only mark against her. She also wasn't as tall as I am, but I'm really asking for a lot for a woman to be as tall as I am. Oh, brother. I'd never get anybody if I stuck to that one. God, fucking hell. Stupid mouse. You're gonna be forced to see the mouse because my computer sucks and the way my wires are crossed. My mouse likes to move on its own damn accord. Anyway. So, she mentioned that we were talking about the Batman. And then, oh, well, also mark against her, she said she's more into Marvel. That's how you know she's younger than me. Because she was not that much younger than me. We're technically, I think any of the things that we would have seen as children would have been the same. But I imagine more people would be into Marvel today because of the movies. Since DC hasn't been all that good about movies consistently. Not that Marvel's good about them anymore, but, But yes, oh, my computer needs that. Fuck. Gosh, stupid updates. I'm thinking about it. I don't even know if I want to stream the game today. We'll see. I don't know if I've only been going for 14 minutes. I'm tired. I'm streaming almost out of obligation because I haven't streamed in a month. But so, back to my story that I've now been derailed from at least 5 different separate occasions. She mentioned that. She mentioned she had a signed poster of Dick Grayson from one of the writers, which I'm kind of jealous about, I ain't gonna lie. And then, and then she cut me off in mid-sentence and was like, okay, I gotta go by. And that was my day. That was my day. And here we are a month later. I'm still not over it. Which might say something about me. What? It might say something about me. I'm so very sad. I was, like, it doesn't weigh too heavily on me now. Oh, I do think about it. Here's the thing, is that I was, She was essentially exactly my type. And I had convinced myself prior to this meeting that my type didn't exist. And that it was like some, what's the fucking word? I need to read more. My vocabulary is slipping. It was some like ideal, some like fantasy of mine that was never really gonna happen. Like no one could ever be like that, and let alone, and she was like that. And now I have to contend with the fact that not only does my type exist, that in the some odd decades I've been alive, I've only ever met someone who's matched it, and I fumbled her. I dropped the ball. Way to go! Good job, LeBron. My eyes used to never be this small. This is a government ploy. They're making my eyes small. What the fuck am I talking about? But yes, the only woman in the world who I've ever seen match my type, I've lost her. Never happen again. I can't do it. I'll never find another. It'll take another some odd decades. Although my friend made a good point earlier, she said I could meet the love of my life at the Comic-Con that's coming around. It depends if I go, though. It's in October. I'm going to have some life changes by October. I might have a legitimate reason I'm not going to be streaming as much coming up soon. I might be forced to move. So, unfortunately, be prepared for that. I should really change the name of the title. Because now I don't know if I want to play the game. I don't know. I'm really downtrodden. Maybe this will just be an update thing. Maybe I won't play the game today. But... Okay. Look, if I'm going to do that, we have to do this. If I'm not going to play the game today, then I'm going to have to... I can decide later. Maybe we'll play, maybe we won't play. I don't know. I don't know the mood I'm in. I'm going to copy that. Maybe. Fuck, I can't just be quirky on the spot like that. Woe is me. Woe is... I have to capitalize. We. Woe is... What? What'd you just suggest to me? Woe is me, woe is we, woe is thee. Beautiful. Should I move? What the? Stop talking. What are you doing? Stop doing that. Boom. Yes. Update. 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 Woe is me. Woe is we. Woe is thee. I should probably put in an actual category. Just chatting. Done. Beautiful. Yes. Okay. There. Can you not see what's happening on my screen? No, you can. I don't know why this is just non-existent. What happens if I do this? Are you going to be existent now? You are. Hi. Hi, guys. Can you hear me? Yeah? Maybe? Yes, you can. Boom. 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 I won't forget. Don't worry. And boom. And there we go. Back to back. There. I feel less self-conscious. What was I talking about? Oh, God. Now I'm going to be like, oh, I forgot what I'm talking about. Let's go play the game. Stop smiling at them like that, you freak. Anyway, but yes, okay. Friend, proposition, or yes. There's a Comic-Con coming around. I might meet someone of a like-minded type there. It'll be my first Comic-Con if I decide to go. Yes, that's what I was saying. We might be forced to move by then. My landlords are selling the house I'm renting. Because my roommate's moving out. And they have decided that it's not financially feasible to only have one person living in this house by itself for affordable rent. So, I'm gonna have to move. I'm probably gonna move in with my uncle. I don't really want to. I don't really have much choice. I'm fine with being weird and myself around my roommate. I can't really do the same around my uncle. I don't exactly live in the most progressive of areas. And I can't have word getting back to certain parties. About my exploits, I also have no idea how vocal, how loud I am through, like, walls. My roommate can definitely hear me. So, I'm at least loud enough to where I attract attention. And so if I decide I would still want to stream from his house, but I might have to keep it down. And what's the point in me talking if I'm not yelling? How sad. I'm sad. I'm sad, which is why I haven't been streaming. That means it'd be pretty ableist of you to blame me. Is depression is a disability? Isn't that a disability classified? Not that I've been clinically labeled, but it's how I feel. You know, God, I'm so bad at my job. That's not right. Nope. No. There we go. I really like this one. I could probably upload my own. If I'm not going to be playing a game, I need to have an actual background. Because the only reason you have the black background is... because whenever you want to do that... Here. I can give you all a tech lesson. I have to do the black background, or else if I turn back on that, you see it has the background behind it. So the black background on that specific frame is more of a green screen. So that's why it's always on the black background when I'm right here. But if I'm just going to be talking to you normally, I might as well have this little thing. Just to add some texture and color. Oh, wow, it's so much more colorful on my laptop. I'm gonna throw this monitor in the trash. I have no idea why it's so damn faded. It's void. Anyway, what was I saying? I was probably saying, what was I saying, since that's my favorite fucking line at this point. Yes, I might be moving soon. I might not be able to stream as easily, which clearly has... I'm not able to stream easily now, since it's been an extended period of time since my last one. By the way, speaking of my last stream, I'm not going to be playing Nine Souls. I don't really want to play the game on keyboard and mouse, because it was kind of... It could be done, but I clearly would have liked the game much more on controller. But for some reason, because nothing likes to go well for me, I can't get the Bluetooth to work on this fucking tower, so I can't Bluetooth hook up my PlayStation controllers to my to my PC. So I would have to essentially buy an Xbox controller if I wanted to do it, or a Steam controller, but I think they charge like fucking over $100 for one of their controllers, don't they? Which isn't happening, by the way. It's the Xbox controller's not happening, by the way. Not until I get a lot more rich, a lot more quicker. Let's see. Sorry, I'm keeping an eye on the time. Oh, it's already midnight. Nah, I'm not playing that game. But hopefully, me and my little chatting here will give me the drive to start streaming again a little slightly more frequently. I do have... That was the other thing why I couldn't stream. Not only was it my terrible love life, that is not an actual love life, that that depressed me nonetheless enough to stop. I have not had consecutive days off. I have been fucking Willie Nelson up in here. With how my job has me scheduled, so I have not had any consecutive days off. It's just been randomly spotted throughout the week, rarely on the same day throughout each individual weeks. So I'm constantly tired. I'm never not tired. So not having those consecutive days has also made it harder on me. Ow, my throat. I forgot. You're all so rough on me. Fuck my teeth. God. I brush my teeth every night and I floss, and yet I'm still sensitive as fucking all get out. My dentist also, he told me I needed crowns because he said my wisdom teeth were pushing into my molars before I got them taken out, and they've like caused like cavities or abscesses. When I'd believe him if like apparently everyone I know who used to go to this dentist, because my dentist just changed regimes lately. It's a new guy running the place. Apparently he's much more frantic about recommending procedures, which either means one of two things. One, my old dentist was a fucking lackadaisy, didn't know what to do. Was like, you have your tooth's missing, but hey, you can live with it. Or my new dentist is very, very exaggeratory and wants to put so many unidentified foreign objects into my mouth. I already have plenty of those already. So, I'm getting a second opinion whenever I'm not... whenever I'm, one, not self-conscious, and two, not lazy about asking my current dentist to send over my x-rays to my... I don't know if it'll be my new dentist. If this guy's exaggerating, it'll be my new dentist, but we'll see. I've been going to the same dentist since I was born. What do my eyes just do? It's hard to tell with my hair blocking one eye permanently. But it looked like I went cross-eyed towards it. Can I even go cross-eyed? I wonder. What happens if... Hold on, I have an idea. What if I do this, right? And let's say I cover one eye, and then I do... Oh, wait, you're not even You aren't even following my eyes. You're following my face. Man, what did I pay for? I love looking over at my Twitch stream view, and it's saying it's quiet, too quiet, when hovering over the chat. Really makes me feel the love. What was I saying? I really need to have people keep me on track. But funny enough, a lot's changed in the last month, too. Not only my depressive episode about the woman. I'm not even lying to you, that, like, genuinely. I was down for, like, 2 weeks, just, like, stressing about it. It sounds like I'm stressing about it now, but I'm actually much more chill about it now than I was. I'll have other lifestyle changes, too. I know, essentially daily now. I wear mascara. I love it. I had tried wearing mascara in the past, but it was kind of a pain. But yes, that was the... Yeah, you see why it's been so long, I'm stuttering over everything. Not that that's uncommon in any of my streams, but now... Oh, there goes my headset. Oh, shit, that's not gonna work for me at all. Okay, if I'm not actually doing anything... I don't like that either, though. I'm turning you back on. Anyway, oh wow, hey. Without my headset, I move my head around a lot more just because I don't fear it, like, constraining my neck, I've noticed. But it's going back on anyway. Willingly puts the collar back on. I forgot about my tongue. Oh, you just did it where you stuck your tongue out a little bit, but not all the way, and your mouth was like still practically closed. Whatever. How did I do that? I I don't know the level of facial expressions I have control over. Something keeps randomly flickering over on the other side of my fucking stream overlay. And it's distracting me from the conversation. Naughty, naughty. That's actually good to know. It takes exactly a half hour for my headset to turn off. And now that I know that, I can keep track of it. What was I saying? That was the other thing. I was talking about my mascara. Yes, I wear mascara now. I've been wearing it every day. I love doing it. And I've also started, I don't do this as often because it takes a little bit of time. It would require me to wake up earlier, which is already asking too much of me. But I also wear a little bit of makeup now. I wear concealer. Just realized no one fucking cares. But hey, it's cathartic to talk about these things. It's like a video diary. I wear concealer now too. Whenever I have the time to put it on, I was scrolling through TikTok and like I saw a femboy makeup tutorial, so I saved it. And I don't necessarily want to like cake my face up in makeup. I want to look really pretty and really feminine. Um, but I don't want it to look like I'm wearing like a ton of makeup, right? I kind of want it to look more natural, at least for now. And one part of the tutorial said put a little bit of concealer around your a little bit above your jaw. I have no idea if it works because it is a very tiny amount of concealer. I think it works, but it could be placebo. And even if it is placebo, I really like I'm happy to put on makeup. I really like putting on makeup. It makes me feel nice. It makes me feel pretty. The mascara definitely makes a difference, obviously. The concealer, I'm not too sure about. As I said, sometimes when I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh yeah, I can tell. I definitely look more feminine. Look at my feminine, angular face. I'm all that. This might also be why the girl wasn't interested. She might have been like, hey, this guy's wearing a mask. I wasn't at the time. She just wasn't interested in me because of my personality. Can I frown? You did it again, motherfucker. You stuck out your tongue a little bit. How did I do that? Mm, mm. Okay, it's like I have to make like... It's almost like I have to make duck lips, but it's obviously like a snake just like flicking it out. I don't like the way that sounded. But it's clearly not consecutive or consistent. But yes, funny enough, in the short span of a month, I had my soul crushed by a woman who definitely hasn't thought of me at all since I met her. I wear makeup now. I sometimes wear my choker a little more frequently, although I wear my choker almost more for vibes. I think it's an ugly choker. Not ugly. I just don't think it... You've definitely seen the choker. Actually, all the people I've met in the wild wearing a choker are wearing my exact choker, meaning I am wearing a mass market choker. Man, I hope the friend who gave it to me doesn't watch this. But it's so hard to find, like, a fun, nice choker, because, like, you either get... some of them are, like, doing way too much or way too little, and I've yet to really find a decent in-between for a choker. It's either it's doing too much or it's doing too little, and the too little is ugly. Because, like, I'm not looking for, like... I'm in the alternative boat. I'm not in the, like, the goth kind of boat. So I'm not looking for, like, something intense choker-wise, like spikes or any of that nonsense. That saying nonsense was not me dismissing that style. It was just me generalizing. So I want something that's a little simple, but also has like a fun little design, almost like a lacy choker. I've thought I had this like idea for Honestly, my this choker's cute on this model, but I think the reason the choker is cute on this model is because that choker could be cute in real life. I was gonna say it's because my obviously as an anime character and a VTuber, my neck's really thin. Oh, I didn't realize the bow moved. Oh, that gives me nausea. So because just about anyone's neck is gonna be thicker than an anime character's neck. That style of choker with the cute little bow, it might not look as good on a thicker neck. Not that my neck's thick, but obviously it's bigger than this one's. But thinking about it now, it could be cute. I just have to adjust the size of the bow. But I once thought of one that'd be like this like cute little black, maybe dark purple, like almost lace choker. With like there's just these little I don't know if I'd say flowers or maybe just some pretty little floral-esque. What's the word? I don't want to say engravings. I don't know. You get what I mean. Like a floral almost. What is the fucking word? Pattern. I don't know. Fuck you. Like a little floral pattern, but in one part there's like a little like indent in it to where it's almost like a separate part of the choker to an extent, but it's like an indent of like a little rectangle, and in the middle of that rectangle is like a keyhole. It's still lace, not like a metal rectangle, and I just think that's a cute idea. What am I talking about? I look at my model in envy. Look how pretty. So pretty. So very pretty. Mm, uh, would that be a kiss? No. Not at all. Heartbreaking. I wonder if I should change. I don't, I like pretty much everything about this model, but I'm not in. I don't know if I like my eye color. I have to. Problem is being colorblind. It's kind of actually hard to. I kind of like the. It's almost like a color out of space deal with like I don't even know what color I would call that, but at the same time, it's also almost like a fish. Which kind of goes hand in hand, I suppose, with my eldritch theming. Did you see that? It was like a shock. Huh? But also at the same time, I don't want to be a fish. But it's being colorblind. It's hard for me to choose a color and stick with it, or really identify a color. I don't even know what color I'd want. Maybe red to go with the rest of my body. I think I need to be slightly more consistent with my colors to an extent. Did you see that face? It's like that GG face. Like, do it again. You're not doing it. I don't know. You know that one. And like the Iron Man suit, where it was like, Jarvis. Jarvis. I twisted my neck. Hmm. Tell me if I had an actual chat, would you guys just stay here and stare at me and I stare at you? I don't know why. That feels right. Not that I'm staring at you. I'm technically staring at me. So really, this is just a way for me to stroke my narcissism. You can tell I've run out of things to talk about, but I don't want to leave. Kind of just want to keep looking. Do you see that? I managed to do it consistently for a few seconds there. It's completely random. I have no way of actually doing it. Like a cat. Like a kitty cat. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else. I wonder if I should just talk about things I'm into at the moment. Might as well get to know me a little. Did you watch the Lanterns trailer? That was really good. I don't want to talk about that. Some things are better to talk about when you have someone to knock ideas off of you. Or knock off ideas off each other. I don't pay attention enough in trailers to give a deep dive. Took everything you can tell when you looked at my summer games. So some games I was just like, next. Look fun. Great time. Next. But it really has been a long time since I streamed, hasn't it? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, brother, maybe I'm just not cut out for it, but then I wouldn't be cut out for anything. And that's just such a depressing thought. You believe in me, don't you? You'd be the only one. And I appreciate that. This is pick-me behavior. Oh, woe is me. Woe is the VTuber. Woe is me. Woe is we. Woe is thee. Maybe I'd be good at ASMR. I listen to a lot of ASMR. I'd have to commission. I'd have to commission. Because I'd have to have art for each thumbnail. And that alone would stop me. I don't have the money for commissions. I could learn to draw. That'd take a while. I could Photoshop my VTuber in random angles. That'd be kind of funny. I listen to a lot of ASMR these days. It makes me feel better. I supplement genuine human connection with ASMR. Definitely healthy. But when I'm in moods like this, my voice does get softer. And to an extent, it even soothes me a little when I talk like this. Instead of my usual drastic nasally voice when she's grating on the ears. Wouldn't you agree? And also sometimes I talk in a slightly deeper voice. And I don't know if I like it. It's not very cute of me, is it? But to an extent, it's natural. If anyone out there needs a sugar baby, I am very cute. And you can make me cuter. Because I'll actually have time to focus on my appearance and my body. Oh, that was an ugly face. Yeah, I didn't realize I could make that face. Gross. This might seem like I'm padding out the stream time, but genuinely, I'm kind of just enjoying sitting here, looking at me, looking at you, moving around. I want to check if you can hear me, but I have my arms in a comfortable position and I don't want to move them. You heard me before. No reason to believe you don't hear me now. I was kind of excited to play the game today, too. I guess I have no reason. What did I do? So, thing with this new game that we're going to be playing, probably in another month, it requires 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is all of my RAM. Now, from what I've been told, it doesn't really require 16 gigs of doesn't really require 16 gigs of RAM. That's just its recommendation. But this VTube Studio recommends 6 gigabytes of RAM for running me, and I'm also running OBS and I'm running Motive Mix. So I wonder if my computer will be able to handle it. It's gonna be really sad if it's not gonna be able to, because it cost me like 20 bucks. 20 bucks goes a long way in my life. You guys ever like buy food and then feel bad about it? Like, damn, that was the only thing I was gonna eat today, but it cost me money. It reminds me of that Twitter post, that one is like, this economy got me thinking I'm making poor financial decisions and I just bought food. And all I did was buy food and I feel broke. I'm hungry. What can I say? I'm actually hungry right now. All this talking, I think, is making me hungrier than I usually am. I'm not going to buy food. I'm not doing it. On Sundays, I go to an actual restaurant and eat. It's my little treat for the week. Every other day, I just have fast food. Sorry. I got tired of talking. I bother myself eventually. I'm glad I named the stream. I'm glad I named the stream this. It's really apt. Like, hey, come listen to this little femboy twink whine about his life. Ow, my eye, my eye, my eye. So, anyone here watch Fire Force? I had watched up until halfway through season 3. When it came out, I mean. And I was very disappointed because the first half of season 3 was very bad. I don't want to say bad, very mediocre. The animation was kind of the story didn't feel right. It kind of felt like rushed or jumbled. So even though the latter half of season 3 has been out for so long, I haven't watched it up until about 2 nights ago. And clearly that is where all of the budget went, was the latter half of season 3, because it's much better than the first half. I'm almost done with it. It's very good. I recommend it. Season 1 and Season 2 is great. The only bad so far has been the first half of Season 3. But it's picked up in the second half. Very much so. So, there's that. What else was I watching? I tried to watch a Clint Eastwood movie the other day. Got bored after a half hour. In fairness, I didn't give it much of a chance. I was mainly doing it to, it was a long movie. I was tired. I wanted to go watch The Exorcist last night because I watched an interview with Robert Pattinson, and he was like, The Exorcist is one of my favorite movies. And I kind of just thought it was like a throwaway horror movie for the longest time. And I like horror movies, but like, I was kind of under the assumption it was like a Friday the 13th. And in fairness, like, it's been a while since I've seen Friday the 13th, but the Friday the 13th movies, like, they're only good because like Jason is arguably a really cool killer. But like movie wise, in actuality, they're not that good. The actual movies themselves, they're okay. I mean, they're not bad movies, but like they're nothing to write home about. It's kind of just a fun concept. It's getting late. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Oh, I should probably wrap it up soon. This didn't go the way I thought it was gonna go, but I bet it's better than nothing. I'd rather do this than just not stream at all, because it was kind of bumming me out how little I was streaming. I spent a lot of money on this model. I'm very appreciative of it, though. It only cost me like 150 bucks. It's very affordable as far as models go. I've seen some people talk about, yeah, you need to use, not some people, I've seen one guy, one VTuber. was like, if you're an up and coming VTuber, I think it's okay to use AI in your model, but to make it affordable, because it's not fair. And then it's like, wow, you don't get it at all, you asshole. Our whole shtick, our whole being is essentially is completely thanks to just art. Like, that's what we are. We're we're jumbles of art, essentially. The model, our craft, everything about us is art. And you would muddle that with AI. Who do you think you are? Up and coming fucking VTubers don't need AI. It's not expensive when it's like $150 is kind of expensive. But it's affordable. Like, if you can't drop $150 for like a VTuber model, I think you have other issues you need to worry about. And even then, you could like commission like a PNG model, which would be even cheaper, definitely, and just set it up. Just like a quick little sketch. I doubt anyone would charge you more than probably $50. Um, and to an extent, PNG models, like, if you've seen like Kinky Mation, she uses a PNG model, and it's so cool. Honestly, it has so much personality for being a PNG model. So clearly, it's not like a downgrade. PNG models are great, and they definitely be cheaper than the 3D amalgamation that I am. And they're fun, so you don't need AI. I think less of you if you do, because my opinion clearly goes a long way. AI, so very gross. It's really annoying. I hate having to like doubt every piece of art I look at and think, oh, this is an AI, is it? Really bums me out. I didn't realize how much it bummed me out. Because I never thought we'd be here. When AI was first announced, I actually wasn't one of the people who was like, oh, it was going to ruin everything. I was like, oh, well, whatever, AI. And even AI art, back then when it was like all ugly and obvious, I was like, oh, well, it's kind of weird looking. But since, it was very obviously AI, I was never anything like, I was never like super like, oh, AI. Eh. But then AI became realistic looking, and then corporations started using AI, and then a lot of people started using AI, and everything got much worse. And my AI bigotry started then. It was very sad that I can't look at a beautiful piece of art now and simply appreciate it. I have to at least first figure out if it was AI generated. You do follow my eyes, you son of a bitch. Why didn't you do it earlier? Maybe it follows my eyes when I gotta look on it, but if it can't track my eyes properly, it might just go by the default direction the models. Actually, I think that was a setting. There is this eye tracker setting. I'm thinking about it, and if you don't turn it on, I think it just goes by wherever the model's looking. Okay, my darling dregs. I think I'm gonna call it there. I am sorry it's been so long since I streamed. Psych, it's only been 2 days. What the fuck are you talking about? I am sorry. I'm just so very tired and so very scared. I don't know what's in store for me in this life. And I have so little motivation and drive. I don't really like much of anything, so it's hard to get me to do anything. And that, unfortunately, is the capitalism thorn in my side. Johnny Silverhead's got a point, don't you know? Don't you know? I'm thinking of doing narrations. they'd have to be of obviously books in the public domain. So, and I'd probably start off with some Lovecraft stuff, just because I'm not really doing much to uphold my my eldritch themes. Not that there's much I can do. Could play Dredge, except I've already played the hell out of Dredge. I love Dredge. Never played Dredge. Go play it. It's great. It's phenomenal. It's my god. Not enough games really take advantage of I feel like the coastal town vibes. Alan Wake 2 kind of did. I really like Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 might be the scariest horror game I've played. I'd say it is. It'd be between Alan Wake 2 or Silent Hill 2. Those two games are terrifying. But Alan Wake has almost a more eerie feeling. Because you don't know what's safe. In Silent Hill 2, just about nothing is safe. So eventually you kind of get, you almost, not used to it. Well, you do get used to it, per se. But you kind of always know to expect danger in Silent Hill 2. But in Alan Wake 2, there's actually a lot of places that are actually perfectly safe to an extent. Which I love, kind of. Because you're always on your toes. Am I in a safe space? Or am I about to get my fucking throat ripped out through my mouth? I look a little... Since I kind of naturally, like, look down my nose. I don't know why. At least when I'm sitting on a monitor. So my face is always kind of angled high, and it makes me look a little chubby. So when I look down... I have ASMR to listen to before I go to sleep to go to work. Have to do something to calm me down, all these bundles of nerves and anxiety and stress. Oh, I meant to record some voice lines. I saw an 18+ project I was following on Patreon. They're hiring voice actors, and I thought about auditioning. I think it'd be fun. But then we have that same issue where I don't want to do anything. Even though I think I'd like being a voice actor, but it's just, and as I said, even things I like right now, I have a lot of trouble doing. But I think I'll audition anyway. Just to try to do something. Try to prove that I can at least do it. I don't think, unfortunately, I don't really have a room for voice acting. So it's probably going to sound bad. I wonder if this mic is a good voice recording mic. What do you think? Do you like it? Maybe when I'm doing these, I should just be this close to the microphone. You can't see my model that way that well. My tracking really falls off whenever I get that close to my microphone. Okay, enough stalling. I'm calling it here. I'll try to stream more regularly. I promise I will. I'm just so very tired. I love you. I love you. I love the idea of you. Well, don't want to cover my pretty face just yet. Nighty-night, my darling dregs. I forgot my au revoir. I forgot to au revoir. I forgot to be French. I'm not even French. I'm probably English, given my last name. But I gotta get 6 years of French. I gotta make it worth it. I took way too much French. Okay. Ow, grabbed out my microphone. Oh, it's been an hour. Really? I managed to make it an hour. Probably 20 minutes of it was silence. My voice is so much more annoying without my headset. Okay, my darling dregs. Au revoir and nighty-night.